Hi there. I wanted to take a few minutes and go through and enjoy some of the details of this awesome opportunity coming up. I know a number of people were able to make it to the meeting, and there was a lot that weren't. So I wanted to send you a short video kind of highlighting what we talked about and what we went through last night to hopefully fill you in and hopefully encourage you to go ahead and get signed up because this is an opportunity I just love sharing with students. And I can't get enough of traveling and watching what the kids learn and watching how they grow. So I want to just take a few minutes and I'll run through this presentation. I'm going to go a lot faster than I did last night. So if you do have any questions, there is opportunity to contact me either through email or through the link down at the bottom from the sign-in sheet if you see that scanner there. So the plan is we're going to go to Dublin, London, and Paris, and it's going to be a 10-day tour. And the agenda here that I'll kind of talk through is first off our safety and our EF partnership. And obviously that's first and foremost the most important thing. We want to be safe because that way we can certainly enjoy ourselves. We'll go through our travel plans and itinerary, what the students get out of travel, what's included, what's not, the price, the dates to mark on your calendar. And then hopefully you're interested in enrolling. And if you have any questions you want to submit, you can do it through that link. So first off, my name is Mr. Evan Janowski. I've been teaching social studies for 10 years, and I've been in academic advising for the last 3 years. I've gone on several trips using EF, Education First, and I am blown away by their service and what they provide and what they do for us and for our kids. It's an awesome opportunity, and I just can't say enough about it. I travel because first off, I love to see new things. I love to meet new people. I love different cultures. I love learning about the world and seeing some of these famous places that you read about or you only see in magazines or books or on television. I love traveling, and I love even more sharing that with the students. Watching their eyes light up when they see the Eiffel Tower for the first time in person is just something that's so special. Watching them grow and experience new things, new foods, new culture, new music, and seeing how much they enjoy just getting to be themselves in these new places around the world is just amazing to me. So I see an incredible growth in students, and I just can't get enough of it, and it really is all about them. I love seeing them experience these things because you just can't trade that for anything. It's worth its weight in gold. So here's a few pictures from some of our trips in the past. I'm not going to run through those just in the interest of time, but you can kind of see a few pictures of our students there in front of the Eiffel Tower. That's me and my wife on the left at the Palace of Versailles, which is on the itinerary for this upcoming trip. Omaha Beach there, the Louvre Museum. So some really amazing places that we've seen in the past and a few that we'll actually get to see again on this trip. So why have a plan for 2022? The biggest thing, unfortunately, planning is important, but we know how plans change. So the sooner we can start planning, the more we can adapt when we need to, especially in this crazy world that we're in seemingly lately. But I want to give the kids something to look forward to. So many of our kids have missed out on so many awesome experiences and so many important things because of the nature of things right now. And I think it's important to just have something to get back to life as we want to live it, give us something to look forward to, something to put on the calendar, a date to plan for, and an awesome experience to shoot for. So I also want to make sure that we're safe and we're doing all the things we have to do to be safe and that we can plan accordingly for whatever measures we need to take in terms of safety measures. So getting that plan on the books right now is going to be the best way to do it. I want to make this affordable, so spreading payments out over a longer period of time makes it easier on families to be able to afford the trip. And it gives us an ability to take advantage of EF's risk-free enrollment period where if you should have to cancel at some point for any reason, you do have to cancel before May 1st of 2021 in order to get a full refund. But that is a new thing that EF is doing just because of the way things have changed. They're now offering full refunds, which they did not do in the past, as long as you decline that spot by May 1st, 2021, which is a while away. So, EF Tours. Why EF Tours? I've used them several times now, and like I said, I am incredibly impressed with the way they run things. Honestly, all we have to do is show up and enjoy ourselves. They've been doing this for a long time. You can see that over 55 years experience. They have staff that are on call constantly, 365 days a year in over 50 countries. A few of their home offices are in a couple of the places we'll be, like London and Paris. So they have people all over the world that speak the languages, that live in these countries, that know everything about these countries, just to help with us being safe, and to help show us the best, most accurate experience we can get about being in these places. They are accredited just like our school, so they get reviewed all the time to make sure they're meeting certain standards, and that's really important to us. And they do, like I said, just a great job. I've used them several times in the past, and I'm actually using a different company for one trip, and I was so unimpressed with them that I went back to EF because I just think they are the best. When we talk about safety on tour, like I said, they have people all over the world that work for them. So we will have our own special tour guide, somebody who's with us all the time, who speaks the languages and things like that. He or she knows where to go, what to do, how to keep us safe, and all those things. Aside from that, they have many other plans in place with other people, other staff. So, I mean, I've never once felt any bit of worry on any of the trips that I've taken with them because they are so well prepared and so well thought out. They do have enhanced safety precautions, procedures. We have our own chaperones, myself, my wife, and other staff from Milwaukee Lutheran that will go on the trip. And then it's really an extension of Milwaukee Lutheran. So we have the same expectations, the same rules and things like that would apply. So we want to make sure that, we're representing ourselves, our families, and our school and our Lord in the best way possible. I want to talk about booking this and why I think it's such a great deal, especially through EF. This Peace of Mind program gives us flexibility. Like the way things are going right now, we could change dates a little bit. There's a little bit of wiggle room at the end when we decide exactly when we're going to go. We'll know months in advance, but as you know, things can change. This global travel protection, that is available to all travelers. So that's something I actually built into the price. Think of it like an insurance policy. So if something were to happen, let's say, for instance, a student loses their passport. You cannot leave the country you're in without a passport. What that means is a chaperone is going to have to stay behind with that student as the other travelers go on. You're going to have to book hotels. EF will help with all that. You're going to have to get meals. And anyways, after you get your passport, because you'll have to get a new one, and after you do get home, you'll be able to resubmit all the cost of those things and get reimbursed by EF. So that's a great kind of insurance policy that they offer that I've built into the price of this trip. They do have a risk-free enrollment period. You do have to enroll before December 15th. If you enroll within the next 10 days, so by October 31st is the deadline, you will receive a $300 discount on your price of your trip. So that's important. Everybody likes to save some money, and especially a chunk of money like that. So if you can enroll early by October 31st, you'll get that $300 discount. If you can enroll before December 15th, that'll make sure that you've made that risk-free enrollment period. So then you can drop out for any reason up until May 1st of 2021. So our itinerary, let's talk about what we'll do, what we'll see. You can see in the picture there, we're going to fly overnight. It's about an 8-hour flight. The flights are awesome. There's all kinds of free entertainment and a bunch of food and everything like that. We fly to Dublin, spend a couple days there. We see some amazing things. Then we're going to go over to England, tour around North Wales, see things like some castles. We'll see Shakespeare's home, things like that. We'll go to London, where we'll see the Buckingham Palace, where the Queen lives, the Tower of London, Big Ben, some of these famous iconic scenes. And then after that, we're going to take a train over to Paris for the last couple of days, where we'll get to see things like the Eiffel Tower and the Champs-Élysées, the Arc de Triomphe, the Palace of Versailles, all kinds of amazing, amazing attractions. So here's a few of the places that we'll be looking at. I just kind of ran through those, but I'll get through them quickly. You can see some different cities there, some of the most major cities in the world. They are impressive places. I've been to London and Paris, and I loved both of them, and I'm really looking forward this year to seeing Dublin and some countryside in Wales. Some of the highlights of what we'll see. You can see there the Temple Bar District in Dublin, Ireland is really famous for its clothing shops, its live music, its food, things like that. After that, we're going to tour Trinity College, which is near Dublin, Ireland. You can see that library up there in the top right. That was the same library used in the Harry Potter films, very famous. There at that library, they have the Book of Kells, which is one of the most famous books in the world. It's well over 1,000 years old, and it's an account of the 4 Gospels of the New Testament. After that, we're going to go to Snowdonia National Park. You can see that beautiful countryside there. I'm a big outdoors person, so I'm super excited to see that kind of thing. Like I said, Shakespeare's birthplace, Buckingham Palace, where the Queen of England lives, the Tower of London, London Bridge, Big Ben, the London Eye, all kinds of amazing things there. So why do we do this? Like I said, I love sharing this experience with students and love seeing how they change and the way they just grow. There's nothing like travel to change a person and to educate a person on what the world is like and how to get along with people. And it really teaches them a lot of other skills too, aside from dealing with different types of people and talking with different types of people. You learn to navigate airports. You learn to navigate subways. I mean, we have chaperones that help them do these things, but they learn a lot of other skills along the way that they don't even realize that they're picking up. So it's great to see how much they get out of the trip. I'm going to skip over the video. I'm going to talk about some personal learning experiences. So there is an option to earn high school credit. You do have to do some work for it, but it is an option. You can also earn college credits. Same thing. You have to do some work, and it does cost a little bit of money, but it'll save you some money in the long run. Or there's a great college application essay preparation thing that the EF will provide to you, which usually costs a lot of money to help you write your college essays, but it is free through this program. One thing about our trip is right now I only have 22 spots, and I do already have it filling up pretty quickly. We've already got a number of people signed up for the trip, and they've already begun to pay for it. But even with that, we do travel with another group. Right now, we are actually traveling with a group from very nearby, Living Word High School in Jackson. And I know the tour director there. He and I have taken trips together before. So it's really cool. It makes the trip more affordable for us. Okay, we do get to get combined with another school of people that are nearby us, so we get to form some new friendships and meet some new people. In the past, we've been with groups from Kansas, Arizona, Missouri, North Carolina, different states. So that was even a cool learning experience for the kids to meet people from around the United States, not only places like Germany and Italy and France and London. So they got a lot out of it. And that's our plan right now, is to be traveling with them. And we may even get partnered up with another smaller group. We'll see. Living Words group is overfilled right now. They have a waiting list. We are not full yet, but the way we're filling up, it'll probably be pretty soon. So let's talk about what you actually get when you enroll. Okay. So what's included? Round trip airfare. So the flight to and from Europe, we fly out of Chicago overnight to Dublin, and then we'll fly out of Paris coming back into Chicago. We'll take the school bus to get to and from Chicago. We get really nice hotel rooms in every city that we're in. We get a full-time professional tour director who is with us all the time. This person, like I said, knows the languages, knows the places we're going. All the tours are set up ahead of time. We get to take various tours. We get to see all these sites, but we actually have professional tour directors who will teach us about the history and tell us about interesting things and will guide us around the entire trip. We have our own on-tour transportation. Like I said, we will be on a bus the entire time for the most part, except for when we travel by boat from Ireland to England, and then we travel by train from England to France. But other than that, we have our own buses all the time that are kept just for us, so we get to keep our things on it. We have somebody who watches over our stuff, making sure it's all kept safe and things like that. Guided tours and activities at all our stops. Again, professionals, these people have to take tests, and this is their job. They get paid to do this, and they do a great job. We've had some really funny, really knowledgeable people in the past. You get breakfast and dinner every day included with that price. The breakfasts are amazing. They're huge breakfast buffets at most of our hotels that are just out of this world. And then we get to eat some really nice dinners at really nice restaurants where we sit down with our group, eat family style a lot of times, and just enjoy some of the amazing foods from around the countries that we visit. We get 24/7 on tour assistance. As I said, if anything were to happen, we always have people there to help us out no matter what it is, whether it's a hospital visit or a lost passport or whatever. That's also part of the traveler support team. You get a free tour donation page. So the tour is expensive, I won't lie. It's not cheap. But as I said, it's worth every penny to see the way the kids learn and the way they change. To help you meet the cost of the tour, they will actually set up your donation page for you, and all you have to do is share the link with people. It's great. You can do some project-based learning if you want to earn some credits. Like I said, you can get help writing your college essay. You get a cool free travel backpack that you get to take with you to Europe, and a lot of the students like those, and plus it helps us see them in a crowd. They're always helping them stand out. And like I said, that global travel protection plan, that'll help pay for any issues that might arise. Things that you have to cover, passport or visa and baggage fees. A passport at this point, if you don't have one, is about $135 total with the passport and the fees and all of that stuff. Baggage fees are if you pack too much stuff in your suitcase, you have to pay that on your own. Spending money, you'll want some souvenirs and things like that, so you'll need to bring some spending money. Lunches and snacks are on you to provide. One thing I've done in the past is the breakfasts are so big, sometimes I'll just keep some extra food for breakfast and save money for lunch that way. Like I said, dinners are covered though, breakfast and dinner. You do need to bring about $93 for tips. We do tip our tour director. We tip the tour guides that we have in all the places we go. We tip the bus drivers that help us taking our luggage to and from, getting it on and off the bus, driving us all around. It's just a common courtesy thing. And then the college credit or other excursions. There are other options of things you can do on this trip. They do cost a little bit of money depending on what they are. But like I said, these trips are amazing. Literally all you have to do is show up because everything is set for you. It's all ready to go. You just have to take pictures and enjoy yourself. So let's talk about cost. That's what everyone wants to know, right? So EF will help you set up a payment plan. There's several ways you can do it. You could do it bi-weekly, so every other week, which is $94 every other week, or you could do it monthly, so $188 a month. In full, the trip does cost $3,600. That includes your $95 deposit. The deposit is to secure your spot. As I said, we're filling up quickly, so you do have to pay that money to secure a spot before you're put on the wait list. You can also do a manual payment option where if you want to pay some month, less another month, it works that way. Another cool thing, adults actually can travel on this too, and you can see the price down there. I do take students first, but if adults really want to come and we have room, I absolutely welcome them too. So I know it's a lot of money, but like I said, there's great ways to pay for it. So there's a Global Citizenship Scholarship in which you can submit a video, a 2 to 3 minute video talking about how this trip is going to change you and how it's going to be important to you and how you plan to use it to kind of feel or act, and how the world changes to you after this. They give $1,000 to 100 different applicants. You do have to apply and make that video though. The tour donation page, I think, is probably the best way. I've had some students who have almost paid for their entire trip just off of donations. So instead of asking for Christmas presents or birthday presents, they may ask for you to donate to their page. One student almost paid for her entire trip just by babysitting, and every time she babysat, she didn't ask for money. She would give the parents the link to her page, and they would just donate money to her page, and she almost funded her whole trip just through doing that, which was really cool. And the early enrollment discount by October 31st, remember, you can get a $300 discount if you enroll before that deadline. So I know it's pricey, but again, I can't believe how much it's worth it and all the things you do get out of it. Aside from airfare and hotels and buses and transportation and food, the life experience is something you will absolutely never forget. So I want you to think about marking your calendars. I want to take as many people as I possibly can. I love sharing these experiences. Again, when I see their eyes light up, when they see these amazing buildings and places that they've only read about or seen on TV, and just seeing them come back, such changed people, is amazing. So mark your calendars. I would love for you to enroll. Right now our dates are in June. You can see we do have to have a little wiggle room there. As I said, things can change, times can change, so we need to be able to be a little bit flexible. But we do confirm these dates about 3 to 5 months out, so you will know exactly when we're going well enough ahead of time to plan. But mark your calendars, get it on there, and don't plan anything else because I would love to take you along, and you're going to absolutely love this trip. We're going to see some amazing castles, some amazing countryside. We get to ride on the London Underground, which was the first subway ever built. It's the oldest, and they keep it up. It's not it's not in disrepair or anything. I've ridden on it. It's really cool. It's really fun. And most importantly, seeing just the amazing, beautiful sights, things like the Eiffel Tower that you'll never forget. And don't forget, delicious food. We get to experience a lot of French cuisine, which is some of the most famous in the world, and it is good. So, time to enroll. As I said, I would love to take as many people as possible. We are filling up quickly. I do already have people signed up and paying, and I only, at this point, have 22 spots available. So to secure your spot on the trip, you'll have to deposit that $95. And remember, you can save $300 by enrolling before Halloween. And there is that no risk period of enrolling before December, but I think we'll probably be plenty full by then. So I look forward to having you. If you have questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can see here, enrollment is open now. So there's an enrollment page there. You can type that in, or you can simply scan that QR code there. Our enrollment number is on there. I do have a sign-in form where you can also submit questions. So if you watched this, and I would appreciate that, you can sign in and let me know if you have any questions or anything else. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait to travel with you. Bye. God bless you.